Well, it looks like we have something a little bit different today. Instead of opening up those prestige packs to do a simple collection, I picked up all these magic cards for. There's about 1,000 cards here for $5. I figure, hey, why not? $5. There might be something good in here. There might be something bad in here. For all I know, I don't know for sure until I go through it. There might be some playable cards in here. There might be some really interesting cards in here to help. I noticed the color differential on some of these cards. Some are newish cards, some have been played cards. As you can tell, Magic is. It's a game of chance. When you buy something cheap, you hope that you get something decent out of it. We'll do a quick flip through. If you guys see anything that is worth some money or worthwhile, until I get a chance to go through it 100% and get it online for you guys to see, we'll just do a quick random quick through, maybe 10-15 minutes, maybe less. I don't know how long it'll take to get through 1,000 cards, to just slowly scroll through. When I was flipping through it, I did see, like as you can see here, there's some possibility of white border cards in here. I'm not expecting anything abnormal. Maybe you might see a Legends card. I've been told there are some Legends cards out there that can be found in bulk, but who knows? I've seen a wide range of different cards in amongst this box and other boxes I've seen recently and that sort of thing. But I figure, why not share this box with you guys? And if you do see something that is well-known, playable, that maybe I get my money back on one card, who knows? You never know. I paid, like I said, I paid $5 for it. So there might be a card in here that is worthwhile or something along those lines. I'm sorry about my arm here. I'm trying to get the first allotment of cards out of here so we can flip through them. See what kind of set we have. So, I don't know. Did we lower this down a bit? Yeah, there we go. That's better. So it looks like we have some older cards in here. There's 4 or 5, maybe play set of each. Dead Raveler. Yeah, it looks like play sets. Possibility different play sets of commons. Oh, there we got some tokens. You got a soldier. We have a dissolve. There we got Magma Jet. Ooh. Magma Jet deals 2 damage to target creature or player. Scry 2. Yeah, okay. So we do, like I said, like a range. It's what? Was that 2015 or 2013? 2013. So it's M13 on the spike. But yeah, it's a lot of older stuff in amongst this box so far. Heat Ray, Search of the Fields. Most of these are going to be common. I would assume that all of them are going to be either common or uncommon through here. But if there's something that is playable nowadays, or something sought after, or something along those lines, let me know. Until I get a chance to sort through this box and show off how close we are getting closer to some possibility of finishing sets or something along those lines. It's hard to say. Like, you've got a wide range of different sets in here from what I can see. Like, even got Visions in here. Dark Privilege. I don't know. I don't, like I said, I don't, in the past I've said I don't play Magic much. So I don't know what things are worth, or when it comes down to, like, Evolving Wilds. Ooh, look at the Evolving Wilds. I got 3 of them here. That's a lot of cards, or a lot of Evolving Wilds. I don't know. Safe Passage 2011, but it's interesting. We got the Izzet Charms, we got the Gruul Charm, but you've got some, I think these are from a certain set, like a dual deck or something like that. There's a Rod of Ruin, 2014. Burning Vengeance. I like I like enchantments like this. Whenever you cast a spell from your graveyard, Burning Vengeance deals 2 damage to the target creature or player. So using something like this in a deck where you can pull lightning bolts and stuff like that from your graveyard, that would be kind of cool to have in play at the same time. Sounds like a deck being born in brewed in my head or something along those lines. Because I understand there are a couple of planeswalkers out there that you could actually pull cards from your graveyard, like enchantments and stuff like that from your graveyard. So, yeah. Let's take a look if we actually start going. Seems to be an awful lot of red so far in and amongst the stuff here. There's some, now it's making me a liar, but Fortify. So these are Modern Masters set. Titan Growth. I guess we could start picking up the pace a little bit here. Most of it so far has been all common, no white border, the odd Visions card so far, but I do believe I see in the box some white border cards coming up. So these are just some common white. Serra Angel. This one's really cool in a life gain deck. Just tap it, gain a life, and just forest. I don't know. I think we overspent on this because we got a forest. I just paid for the deck, or paid for the box, I should say. These cards are cool. Gain life when you play them. But I don't see anything as of yet jumping out saying, hey, look, you just made your money back on this one card, but maybe I'm missing it. Hence why you people out there that are watching this video will hopefully give me more of an insight. Ooh, we got some white bordered. Some 7th edition. That's not too bad. 7th edition cards. Healing Solve. At least it tells me that I've got some older cards to contend with. Feel free to leave comments below on, like, different people use binders to display their collections. People use boxes to store their collections and that sort of thing. I'm looking for ideas to, now that I've got a decent amount of cards to start this project that I've got going on here, what I'm trying to do is doing something, a cheap way of doing it, but also looking for a way to, like, display the cards, display the process, like the progress of the cards. Do I do it online? Do I do it in a binder? Do I have, like, I don't know, 30 binders for all these cards? Like, I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out in regards to some of this stuff. It's all, like, I'm not saying new to me. I'm just a little wondering on what the best way of doing some of this is. Feel free to leave me comments on what the suggestion might be. Sorry, I just move this around so you guys can see it a little bit better. So yeah, there are repeats of some of these cards in here. Same says, like, this is all Theos, I believe, or nope, it's not Theos, it's something else. But there are, like, I know there are some good cards out there in and amongst these common boxes of stuff. I don't know. I've seen, like, there are people out there that collect certain cards. I know there's quite a few people out there. Like, this one's a decent card nowadays. whenever you cast an instant spell or sorcerer spell, it gets +3/+0. So fire a couple of lightning bolts off at somebody, and lo and behold, you get he grows quite big, or can grow big. Scamp. Lots of red in Monxes. Now that I say red, and it's now a mixture of different scenarios and that sort of thing. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of interesting when you go through an allotment like this on how many cards you would get, how many doubles you'd get in regards to some of this stuff, and what kind of cards you'd actually get. Someone just said, okay, well, here, take 1,000 cards. I'll sell you this box for $5. Let's see what we get out of it. So I figured, hey, I'll take the chance. I have no problems. It's only $5. So far, so good. I haven't pulled... I can't say that I've seen anything that is jumping out and saying, hey, look, I'm worth what you paid, or I'm not... good luck on getting your money back. And some of these cards are not in the greatest of shape, of course, but we are looking at some of the older sets here. No major problems with that side of it. We do have some white border cards by the looks of things coming up. Some of the Urza sets. Yeah. So there's Pikmin, Bending, and First Strike, and Amazing Pegasus. Backfire. So there's the I believe that's anthologies. It would have been nice if that was an actual Legends card or something along those lines that pops out there and that sort of thing. I know, all in all, that probably Legends might be one of the harder sets to collect in regards to this whole project that I've got going on here. It would be nice to go forth and try, again, I'm not 100% sure outside of the newer sets. The older sets, there was a lot less to collect on some of these older sets. Like, I know there was like maybe Visions was like 200 cards, and that's all you collected was the 200 cards, and that was the set. Nowadays, you've got so many different variations of the cards. Is it worth just getting, say, the foil version of that card, and forget about the regular version? Trade off the regular version for a foil version. Well, this is Dinkus Staff. I remember playing that card way back when. Whenever a creature is put into any graveyard from play, Dinkus Staff deals 2 damage to that creature's controller. So if you're playing a creatureless deck nowadays, and you play Dinkus Staff, that would be ideal with all the creatures and that sort of thing people play nowadays. I'm going to keep that out. That just seems... I'm not 100% sure if it's playable nowadays, or what you can play it in, what format, whatever, but if you're playing creatureless decks, that would be one of the cards that you would play in, I would say, not standard, but the modern. I'm not sure if Dinkus Staff was another one that was actually gone forth and been reprinted to allowing us to use it in modern play nowadays. Because if you're playing against a sorry, I'm tripling over my own words here, thinking things faster than what is coming out of my mouth. If you're playing a creatureless deck and you go forth and play one that says, okay, Wrath of God and stuff along those lines, is when a creature dies, and this is what I'm wondering on, when a token dies, does it go to your graveyard or does it just leave play because it dies? That's a ruling I want to know. Anybody's listening and that sort of thing, and if anybody has an answer for that. So if a token leaves play, does it hit the graveyard first? Each player sacrifices a land. It's kind of an interesting card. Goblin Taskmaster. I guess I could always just Google the answer to that question I had in regards to tokens, because you would think if tokens went to the graveyard first, the Dinkus Egg would be a pretty powerful card. I like the Burning Vengeance. Whenever you cast a spell from your graveyard, I like that card. I think I might have mentioned that already. I'm losing my brain of what I've said and what I haven't said, but if you're still listening to me ramble on about some Magic, congratulations. You've hung on for 15 minutes of my rambling in regards to Magic cards. I'm an old school player. I used to play Magic way back in the 90s. I tried playing Arena, I tried playing Modern, and I tried playing Old School again. Old School was one of the ones that would pique my interest more than playing Modern and that sort of thing, because at least the Old School cards, you had an idea what cards could possibly pop out of somebody's hand. Magma Mine. Put a pressure counter on Magma Mine. Sacrifice the mine. For each pressure counter on it, Magma Mine deals 1 damage to target creature or player. That costs 1 to bring out. And how much is it to cost 4 to put a pressure counter on? That'd be kind of interesting card to play. Maybe I should be looking at whatever set allows you to play Visions cards, because there's a lot of Vision cards in here. That's a really beat up Vision card, but still, it's probably not playable anymore, but who really wants to play that card anyway? So we're about halfway through this box of interesting items, and I figure it'll probably be another 10 minutes or so to go through the rest of it. Like I said, there's quite a few Vision cards in here. It would be nice to see a Legends card in here. But there are some interesting other cards from what I can see. Common, uncommon, who knows about some of the sets. Unless you really, really, really know your older sets in regards to what's rare, what's uncommon, and that sort of thing. Because they did change the symbols. It took a while for the symbols to actually change from just every card had the same symbol to cards actually having a different color symbol and that sort of thing. Like the Visions, every Vision card had that exact symbol. And that sort of thing. So when you got other ones, like, I don't know, Juju Bobble. Is that a rare? Or is it a common? Is it uncommon? Just like the I think that's Tempest. Same scenario. But I know the M14s change colors if they're rare, uncommon, common, and that sort of thing. Black is common, and you got your golds and your silvers and that sort of thing for your rares and uncommons. So yeah. But some of the older sets, the original revised and all that good stuff, didn't have the color change, so you couldn't tell if it was. See, these ones here are silver. You can tell that they're uncommon. Same with these ones. These are uncommon. But some of the other ones out there in the world, that's a common. So I'm looking through this Visions and Stronghold and stuff along those lines. Right? Visions never change their color. So you never know if it's going to be a rare, common, uncommon. Same with these ones. Like way back when, they didn't even have symbols on them. I believe this is a 4th edition card, and it had no symbols. So, has anybody seen anything worth my $5? Even though I could probably turn around and sell. If I wanted to try and sell off these cards 10 cents each, maybe. Might get away with getting my money back somewhere along the way. But, like I said, I'm here trying to... I'm not trying to make my money back or anything along those lines. I just wondered if there was something in amongst all of this, common and uncommons, if anybody's seen anything abnormal that might jump out and say, hey, I know that's a really expensive planes, but you know, it's one of those scenarios where I really don't think the planes are worth that much. Well, we're almost through that small pile. Oops. Let's put a little bit down. Oh, I got the hiccups. My bad. Okay, so here's Stronghold, I believe. And so I don't know if any of these... Probably they're all commons. More than likely all commons or uncommons. But there could be a playable, high-end, playable, common, uncommon card from the older sets that may jump out and say, hey, look, I'm worth 50 cents instead of the regular 10 cents. But I figure, hey, why not? Let's show off the cards to everybody. These are a little iffy in regards to condition. Oh, there's a foreign one. Oh, a couple of foreign cards. Wow, they even included some foreign cards in here for me. That's kind of wild. Token. Lightning Volley. Oh, we're getting on close to... We're over 20 minutes on this video. Who would have thought flipping through Rave Soul? I use that a lot in a black deck that I created on the Magic site, or Arena site anyway. Okay, white border. White border, white border. Orcish Spy. Orcish Conscripts. Okay. Armor. So feel free to leave comments if you want to see more videos like this in regards to this ongoing build of a collection that I'm doing here. Everybody says you've got to find something worthwhile. There's a Gutter Snipe. That's a really cool looking color. That's not a card. That's a Master Your Destiny. I'm not even sure what that's from. That's a Magic card. But if anybody could tell me what that is, be my guest. I'm not a... It's a hero. Warmonger. The Warmonger. I didn't think the Avenger stuff was in here. But I'm going to pull that out. I'm going to look that up. Let's see what that's all about. A Warmonger. Okay, we got 2 more stacks of cards to go through here. But have you found anything of major interest of cards that are more than the regular 10 cents? Oh, there's a rare. Whoa. We found a rare. Maybe he might be worth something. I'll hold that one out. I doubt it. But we found our first rare out of this box of goodies. Like I said, when you buy stuff random from people, like you might even buy a whole collection of somebody that, say a few thousand cards or couple 100,000 cards or whatever, and you never know what's in the boxes until you physically go through them and see what's there. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. If anybody is still watching this video at this stage of the game, what I'd like to know as I go through this, before I start in sorting this and getting the information online of what is currently here, what is not currently here, or set collection progress, is there a website out there that would actually work to my advantage to be able to show you guys the progress of these this collection? If there's a better way to show it other than the link that I have in the description, with the amount of cards that I now have for this project, to be able to see, going, okay, well, now I have a lot of the older sets and a lot of the cards here. What I'd like to see is a faster way to get the information out to you guys. If there's another, like a better website, a better app, or something along those lines that I can share and to show off the progress of this, that would be good. Burning Vengeance seems to be a lot in here, but looks like there's quite a few red cards in and amongst this stuff. But yeah, we are down to our last little bit. Thanks for hanging in, if anybody's currently still watching this video at this stage of the game. I have no problems doing more of these type of videos if there's any interest in seeing them. I will post this one and see what kind of response we get over the next few weeks or the next few days. Maybe I go buy another box off a guy or something along those lines, or see what we can do in regards to some of this stuff. There might be better cards. I might have missed something spectacular out of here. If you care to rhyme off something that I missed, I pulled the only rare that I found out of here so far. There might have been more rares in amongst this stuff, or playable cards that I just don't know what I'm looking at anymore at this stage. I've dealt more with the newer cards than I have with the older cards recently. I don't know what any of this older stuff is climbing up the... Anyways, I think I've rambled on long enough, but feel free to like this video and subscribe to our channel if you'd like. But I'm going to read up more. These two cards piqued my interest. The pressure counter, you could deal direct damage to somebody. It only costs 1 to bring out, but to put a counter on it, I'm not sure. What I want to know is if you tap 4 and put a pressure counter on it, can you actually put, if you have 8 land out, or 8 land produced, like mana in that sort of sense, can you put more than 1 pressure counter on it at a given time? Because it doesn't tell you to tap it. Is it continuous? That's what I'd like to know. And the Dinkustaff, I want to look into the Dinkustaff a little bit more. Whatever creatures put into the graveyard, I want to know if you... it's a little bit different than the Dinkus Egg, which is related to land, but the Dinkustaff is a creature token. Does the token itself go and be put in the graveyard before it dies? That's what I'm wondering, if a token goes to the graveyard first. So I'm going to look that up. Maybe I will have an update on the next video and that sort of thing for this stuff, in regards to those two questions. But if it's It's a 30-minute video. I'm sorry it's taken so long, but hey, I found a rare. I found a couple of interesting artifacts that I like, and a bunch of common and uncommon cards, white border, black border, old cards like 7th edition, 4th edition, Chronicles by the looks of it. Yeah, I have no problems sorting through this, getting online exactly what it was found, just to see what we can come up with in regards to a collection and that sort of thing. But thanks for watching, and that is it for today, and I am calling it quits for this video right now. Bye for now.